Somebody put your hand together for Pastor Chisholm. He just soaked. Just soak himself. Just soak himself. Why I'm standing here is because there is a liar. I came here to expose a liar. A liar and a thief. A killer. Just to make him ashamed. Now, if Pastor, Pastor Sunday, you people just came, so when I'm done with sharing, you're trying to pray so that Pastor Chimeze can have some rest. So it is soaked. All I'm going to do here now, I want you to be completely calm. The realms, all the realms of existence are interwoven. All the realms of existence are all interwoven. You cannot separate the grave from the earth, and you cannot separate earth from heaven. You cannot lie against them. And they are also record keepers. So they say nobody is seeing you. And you don't know that there are spirits that can separate from you. And you don't know also that the major job of the sun, why the sun came out, because the activities of the activities of man is in the day. So what the sun tried to do is to monitor every man and give information to God. So that when you say you didn't do it, all manner of powers will be telling God what you did. Because the major thing God did on earth and attached to man is to attach to man things that tell him what men do. So that when a man is poor and is trying to accuse God, they will bring record before God of why he's poor. Because man is not honest. So he like accusing God. He likes saying he has done too much and God has not rewarded him. So God put a lot of things around him like mirror to tell him what he has done. One person, it might be one person here. You might be feeling you have done so much for God and you are not rewarded. When you think that way, it means you are accusing God. So God will bring a lot of equipment around you to even ask you to tell him how you were serving. That this thing you are serving God, they will be asking you how you are serving. Out of the 12 hours of the day, which one did you serve? And what were you doing? There are people that believe saying I'm a servant of God is enough. They don't care about what they are doing in the art of service. So they sit around and waste time or do something that they cannot measure. So suddenly years are going and they are not taking care of themselves and they are not calculating what they are doing. The equivalent. And then not even only that, there are people that do a lot of squandering of resources in a way that it is not equivalent to what they are bringing. You have offered very small contribution to an altar. Then you made a very heavy demand on the altar. And then if the altar didn't respond to your demand, is that accusing the altar that you're working too hard? How? Are you trying to say that God is a liar? What are you trying to say? So he will bring all these things around. He will bring the elements, he will bring the wind from the chambers, and then he will bring invisible spirits and say, monitor man, because all fallen spirits are accusing spirits. Now that is why when you go to deplorable environments, the people you meet there, when people are low, there is nothing. You don't need to encourage a poor man to be an accuser. It's hard to do with that. Because he can't take care of himself. He believes that somebody should take care of him. And when that is not done, it's not accusation. Just like when you go to a deplorable environment, the environment is doomed. Don't forget, there's something I'm tempted to share. But maybe I will not take it. When the environment is doomed, people delight in multiplying needs. And then ascribe or push need to God. And then when God have not, whatever they call God, have not responded, they get angry. And then they sink more. Because there is no spirit anywhere that is taking responsibility for men's action. And because they don't know it, they give birth to 7 children, 6 children, and they don't have income. Because the environment is deplorable, she doesn't have capacity to think fine. Now, if you look at the lion, why is still coming? I want to tell you a secret. Why is the lion is still coming is that the lamb have not made men to think the way God wants them to think. Have you ever thought it? I said the lamb has not made man to think. It's just like something I learned late. Listen to it. When you are manifesting faith, you should know that faith makes demand on what is available. What is called faith makes demand on what is what available. What is called the substance. Now that is why when Pastor came, they sent me bills because they want to cast that place, all manner of bills. Engineer, this 1 trailer. They told me that I want to cast that thing. It's 1 trailer of cement that will cast that floor. And that is 900 bags that will cast that place. Now let me explain something to you. Now why it's not that we want to build, it's not that we want to build an underground church. It's not what we have in the mind. We are building underground because the slope of the ground is bad. The ground is a slopey place. Now, the back there is 2-story building. It's not that we are looking for 2-story building. Now, the money that should be used to finish that church is what we are using at that level. Just like, what it means is, why I brought it is, what you use to repay a wasted life. And then you will think of how what it takes a young man or a lady that came from a particular background to rise. And then sometimes, because faith, we don't know that faith looks for substance. Faith looks for. Then you have it without considering substance. This is what God will use you to do. What God will use. How? What is the substance in you that God will use? God said He will do it. Who is providing the substance? Yeah, Oyedebo has already built a university at 42, built a bigger church, 50,000 auditorium, has private jet, has built a university at 42. And then I did birthday. I couldn't get a gift of one car. And he more by did. I didn't know what he caught because nothing came out. Oyedebo did. He got 2 phantoms, 2.5 million. And you don't want to understand the environment and the people. How do you remove it from faith? Oyedebo have private jet hangars. Now they are talking. He has built aerodrome because the environment has value for that. And then you want to have faith that also has substance. And then at the end of the day, frustration reigns. Because when expectation has not matched availability, frustration will be inevitable. Just like a young man and you want to marry a wife and you didn't consider what is called substance. And suddenly you start having expectation from her and you're not even considering her value. You want what you want. You're not even thinking whether the person you're expecting that thing for has capacity to give it. What would have happened if I'm a Yoruba man and everything that came into my hand, I have not bought what the food of children all my life. I've not bought anything for wife all my life. I don't have anything. And I've preached for 32 years. Think if I'm a Yoruba man. Think if I'm a Yoruba man and I have 460 books. Somebody is even struggling to buy book. How much more buy to give others? And 460 books and I've printed all. It's not that I'm trying to lament. I'm trying to tell you how God thinks. Which is the thought that I've been struggling to share on how instability produces negative emotions. Maybe I should take it in 10 minutes. Understanding how mental instability generates negative emotions. Father, I want to thank you because of chance. Be glorified in this opportunity. Jesus' mighty name. Now, sometimes, having preached for 32 years, understanding how mental instability generates negative emotions. I have pastored so many years. And then, over time, I see people who are frustrated constantly. And then when people are frustrated, they try to ascribe what is happening to them to either delay or whatever they think that God has not done for them. Whatever they think that God has not, no, it's not true. Those negative emotions of suicide that cut down people's life is a manifestation of mental instability. It doesn't have anything to do with what a man doesn't have. It doesn't have anything to do with what God has not done for somebody. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that. It has everything to do with mental instability. Don't forget, up to marriage, when the Bible said man is not meant to be alone, it's not that God is keen about the marriage of man.